Alrighty, welcome back to the Big Two Pod. Marcus, how you feeling, man?
It's a great day. It's a great day to be alive. It's a great day to love sports.
Yeah, man, we had some great games for the last couple nights. Some teams was down 3-1. Some teams went fishing. Some teams stayed alive, man.
Yes,
The teams that went fishing was the Timberwolves went fishing and the Clippers went fishing. Am I missing anybody else?
That's it.
All right, so we'll start with the Timberwolves because that'll be a quick one. Timberwolves, they just had a lot of injuries, and it was just too much for them to play the number one seed. Good year, but overall, it was just a stupid team. You can't have people punching walls and punching players, and, they got a lot of work to do this offseason. All right, they got a lot of work to do this offseason, man. So they got to see if they're going to really want to keep Gobert. They got to see if they want to keep Cat. People may start calling on Cat. People may start seeing if they want to trade for him. So we'll see. But we're not gonna spend too much time on them.
Yeah, and I'm proud of you, man, for actually stepping up and showing out and not just giving up because you started off rough there, brother. But
yeah,
good job, man.
Yeah. So going into the next one, we'll get into the Clippers. The Nuggets will be playing the winner of basically the Suns. They're gonna be playing the Suns because the Clippers just lost. So the Nuggets and Sun series will be exciting. Let me see when that series starts.
Ooh, we got to release. Wait, is it gonna start during the first round, or are they gonna wait till the first round?
Nuggets.
Because they might get a little break if these games go to 7 between the Lakers and Grizzlies and the Warriors.
Nuggets Suns start Saturday.
Wow.
This Saturday. So yeah, they start this Saturday. The Nuggets have home court in that. So I think that series goes 7. I think the Nuggets take it. What do you think, Maurice?
I think the Suns in 7, man. I got the Suns in 7. I'm just seeing Booker consistently get 40. I'm seeing KD get his buckets, and I'm seeing the supporting cast, just in the supporting cast, be better for the Suns.
Okay, I think we'll start previewing that game today a little bit because we won't have an opportunity to see you guys before Saturday. So I think the Nuggets and Suns matchup will be a matchup where people really start to talk about depth in the playoffs. I think people will start to see Suns are really top heavy, and that's not a problem. But as a Warriors fan here, he'll tell you top heavy sometimes can be hurtful because KD one injury and you're down to Paul and Booker and you have no shot to beat the Nuggets with just Paul and Booker. So if I don't think Cameron Payne's back. So they really are lacking in depth. I think the Nuggets have more depth in them. And yes, they're not playing Reggie, they're not playing Thomas Bryant, but they do have the options to go to those type of players at any time. The Suns, I feel like, don't have enough depth, but they do have the better top end talent. Booker and KD are the best players on the floor besides Jokic. So I do think that Marcus is right about the Suns being like a better top heavy team. I'm just believing in the number one seed. This is just me believing in home court advantage and believing in the number one seed. And we'll see, man. It's going to be a great series. I'm looking forward to it.
I think Payne is back. He did play this last game against the Clippers.
That's
only
big.
3 minutes.
That's big.
Only 3 minutes to assist. I don't think they wanted him to get his legs.
Okay.
Just get him warmed up, I guess.
Okay. That's big
but
for
I think
them.
he might come back for next series.
Yeah, that's big for them if he's playing. Yeah, that's big.
Right. And shout out Russell Westbrook, man. You doing your thing, bro. You saved the Clippers season. Big injury to Kawhi with the torn meniscus. I did not see that coming. Like you said, there was a lot of reports of his knee being swollen and everything, and it's just tough for Kawhi. And honestly, I think he should hang it up. There's just no reason for you to keep playing. You got your championship, you got your finals MVP, you got multiple championships on multiple different teams. Kawhi, is basketball. Do you love basketball this much to just tear your body up like this? So he's got a huge decision this offseason. Russell Westbrook's got a huge decision this offseason where he wants to go. I think this is great tape. The Lakers tape, it was almost out the league like Carmelo Anthony, or going to have to take a minimum. He took this Clippers team toe-to-toe with the Phoenix Suns. There wasn't a game that wasn't a blowout, so, shout out Russ. Doing your thing.
Speaking on the Clippers, if you look at their salaries coming up, they have Paul George for $45 million next year. Then he has a player option for $48 million in 24-25. So that means they will go into that building if he does pick that up, that new building they built. Kawhi Leonard is on the same exact pay scale. He's making the same exact money. Literally, it's identical.
It's like to the penny, I think.
Yeah, they're making the same money. Eric Gordon, they have him for next year as well. I think they have Powell for the next 3 years, not next 2. So he's even further than Leonard, and he's $20 a year. Morris comes off the books next year. Covington, they have another year. Batum, they have another year. So it looks like they have to run this team back again. And they have Bones Highland for another 3 years. Terrence Mann for another 2. So my point in saying this is the only person that literally they have a decision on is Russell Westbrook. And I do think they will pick his option, not option, they will repay him because they have no choice. Quite honestly, they're locked into this roster. And honestly, this roster I don't see going anywhere because of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George's health. They just can't stay healthy, neither one of them.
And they also don't have any draft picks. They have one draft pick that's not theirs this year. I can't remember what team it was. But they don't have any first-round draft picks for until like 2029.
Yeah, so the Clippers, we'll talk about them in the summer again and see what they can do to improve their roster. As far as Minnesota has Gobert for another 3 years at a ridiculous price, like $40 million a year. The last year is $46 million a year. They have Karl Anthony Towns making $58 million in 26-27. That is 4 years away. They have Conley for 1 more year, $24 million. They have Anthony Edwards on a good deal. They have Kyle Anderson. They have the same price, the same problem the Clippers do. They can't really do nothing to their roster. The Clippers and the Timberwolves are pretty much set, but those are the teams that are going fishing. We'll talk about the Warriors next, Marcus. I'll let you lead this one because Fox is dealing with an issue tonight. What do you think is going to happen?
Oh, man. He should have not have played. But I get it. It's guts. He's playing with a broken finger. But when you play with a broken finger against a team where you have to shoot, Fox, we dared you to shoot with a healed finger. So what do you think is going to happen when you have this broken finger?
Oh, breaking news. Kawhi Leonard is diagnosed with a torn meniscus.
Yeah, I just said that.
Oh, okay,
said,
cool. Yeah.
I say
torn
the injury to his knee. So, but yeah, Fox, I hate it. I'm sorry you're hurt, man. I don't wish injuries on nothing. The fact that you're playing through it shows you better than a lot of the superstars right now in the league playing through this injury. If it's an injury where it's going to affect you shooting the ball, it's the wrong team to do that against in the Golden State Warriors. Because what the Warriors are going to do is now we're going to go under every screen and we're going to make sure you shoot the ball. And if you can go 5 of 8 from 3 like you did in Game 1 and Game 3 with a broken finger, I mean, that's on you, man. Congrats. We got to eat that. But right now, what I see from this Game 5 is that the Warriors are just going to run them out the court. I think the Warriors kind of have the lineups figured out. They have put Draymond on the bench. He's still playing starter minutes. He's still getting 32 minutes per game, but he's now accepting a new role. And I love the role because what it allows you to do is it allows you to start off fast. What people didn't realize is we were starting the first quarter off very slow, and now with going Jordan Poole and starting lineup and Andrew Wiggins at the 4, this pace, the Kings don't like this pace. They were like, man, with Dre is slow, now you got to guard all 4 positions. That's also huge. When you got to guard all 4 positions, when it was Looney and Draymond on the court, they sagged off those boys. Now you got Wiggins in the corner, and you're not playing Wiggins like you're playing Draymond. So that's the toughest thing about them is they have to adjust. And I am actually curious tonight to see what Mike Brown does at adjustment because he knew Steve Kerr was coming with this adjustment. Now, how is he going to counter it? What's his counter to this? And I'm interested to see. I do have a weakness, but I don't want to spill it on the pod yet for the Warriors. I'm going to save it for the Lakers next round that we're going to play. I'm already calling it right now. Round 2, Lakers, Warriors. Warriors in 6. But, that's what we're going to do. But yeah, what you got for the Warriors Kings matchup, Game 5 tonight, TJ?
Until I see the Warriors win the road game, I just think they're gonna lose. No matter who's on the court, bro. I've just seen enough of you guys losing on the road. So I just feel like until they win the road game, you just can't put it in there. So let's just put the facts up. So if they lose tonight, the Warriors, they go down 3-2. All right? And what that means is they have to go back to Sacramento. So I think the pressure is more on them. I don't think the Kings have any pressure tonight. They're like, dude, our best player got a broken finger, and we got one more home game. If we do lose this week, just go to Golden State and just try our best.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, like, I feel like what happens tonight is you get a Kings team that is going to play desperate, that's going to be like, hey, you know what? We really need this game, because if we win this game, we'll at least have one more game at home if we do lose in Golden State. And teams that are down desperately, we've seen what happens with the Hawks. The Hawks were down, and they was at the Celtics' house, and Trae Young put him on his back.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So until we see how that finger is truly affecting him, we won't know. You know what I mean? So until we see him shoot the ball, until we see him dribble the ball, get hit on that finger, we truly won't know. And we really don't even know who their backup point guard is. Like who is their backup point guard? Do you know?
The backup point guard is... No, they don't play when they put Malik at the 1 and let Sabonis do the pick and roll.
So
they're
I'm
really
looking at it
using...
right now, and I'm going down their roster. Their point guard says Dellavedova.
But he doesn't play.
That's what I'm saying. And Davion Mitchell is considered their point guard. So they have point guards. It says Dellavedova and it says Davion Mitchell. So that's what they'll be running with tonight. Dellavedova and Mitchell. If he goes out.
Do you think Della's getting PT tonight?
Do you think they just go? If Fox gets knocked out, you have no choice because Malik Monk is not a point guard. Like, nobody will ever say Malik Monk's a point guard. You know what I mean? Like, that man shoots the ball when it touches his hand.
Yeah.
So, like, it would have to be Dellavedova or Mitchell. And I don't think Mitchell plays really that much on point guard on offense.
I don't think he even has the ball in his hand.
So, it would have to be Dellavedova. That's literally what it would be. Or they just run their offense through Sabonis.
And that's what I think was probably going to happen. I think they still put Malik at the 1 and have that offense just running with Sabonis as like a Draymond. Yeah,
so I wouldn't be surprised if you see a bunch of Rashawn Holmes tonight as well, because I feel like they can use him on the glass tonight because with Draymond Green coming off the bench, they might need to match that energy. Mm-hmm. So they may even try to put him in there. And also, P.J. Dozier was used as a point guard for the Nuggets.
Yep.
So he may get some PT. So I think the Kings are gonna show a bunch of different looks to just try to scrape out a win. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And like I said, it's on the road, so I wouldn't be surprised if the Warriors did lose this game. I really wouldn't.
Who do you think is gonna go off for the Kings? If you just had an estimated guess for tonight, who do you think's that like? Yo, I did not see Homeboy getting 28.
I mean, I think it's been the same person. I think honestly, Monk, but also I think Horter can finally have his good game.
This is Horter's finally.
Because if Fox is limited, they may try to go through Horter a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
So it could just be a collection of people just bringing it out, and the fans are gonna be crazy tonight.
Oh
the fans are gonna bring it tonight.
This is pivotal. This is the swing here.
Yeah, so we'll see. So that's the Kings versus Warriors. Who do you got tonight, Marcus?
I got Warriors. Honestly, Warriors in 6. I just think this injury to Fox is just going to blow them out. I don't think it's good for them at all, and I think the Warriors are just getting in a rhythm. Mm-hmm. I think they just finally hit their rhythm. The past 2 games, they're on a 2-game win streak. They're good. They're doing
the spread is you guys by 2.
Mm-hmm. And that is away too. That's wild. That's
So the spread is you guys by 2. So tonight I have the Kings. And I have them by a little bit, and the only reason why I have the Kings is because, like I said, until the Warriors win on the road, I just think they can. So next game we'll talk about is the Lakers versus the Grizzlies. What are your thoughts on the Lakers versus Grizzlies from last game? Because this is from last game.
Okay, recap. Mm-hmm. Man, oh man. Whew. you gotta really know when to like shut your mouth sometimes because
And you can play that highlight too for him.
yeah. And Dylan Brooks, man, Dylan, listen here, man. Like I'm gonna let TJ grill him, so I'm not gonna really do it. But LeBron is one of the best players I've ever seen, and because of this right here, like him just putting his head to the basket, not being able to be stopped. I mean, let's just start off looking at this real quick, and this is just what I see. You got a simple down screen. Oh, this is a 5-minute deal.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll just get my takes, and I'll let the TJ go to in depth. Right? So, but what I saw was LeBron just took over. He showed us why he is the greatest of all time. At 38 years old, he showed us why. When the game comes down to the line, your superstars have to make the shots. Have to. Nobody else is going to be guarded. You're going to get double teamed. It was amazing to see this in a Lakers stadium. The Laker fans haven't had this since Kobe Bryant. It was just amazing to watch. And I don't really like the Grizzlies.
I'm all about the Memphis Grizzlies.
I don't like the Grizzlies, so it's okay. You know, as a Warriors fan, this is beauty. This is just beautiful to watch. You know, I'm watching this as a fan. So, what you got for that game? How you wanna?
So first, I just say this is like the offensive leaders in the postseason right now, and you guys will see why I'm gonna say this. So, just look at the top 10 scorers right now in the playoffs. It's Devin Booker, Jimmy Butler, Kawhi Leonard, Anthony Edwards, Stephen Curry, De'Aaron Fox, Trae Young, Kevin Durant, and then you finally get to Ja Morant. And that was because of one big game. What I'm basically saying is the next time you get a Laker in that is LeBron James, and he's at 13, tied with Russell Westbrook at 24 points a game. That's basically saying this series has been a bunch of defense. It's been a bunch of defense, bro. So the reason why this series is going to be like one of the... I feel like this series is going 6 or 7. Mm-hmm. I've been saying that because I feel like these teams are tired. These teams are battling. None of these games have really been blowouts. Even the one that was a blowout, it ended up being a 10-point game. Mm-hmm. And what's happening is, if you look at these scores, it's 128 to 112. That was the first game, but that wasn't really a blowout to the end. Mm-hmm. When Ja got hurt and we just ran out on him. Then it was the 103-93. That was the one where the Grizzlies had one without their players, and that wasn't that big of a win. Mm-hmm. Then it was the 111-101. We ran out on the first quarter, but then they ended up coming back a little bit. And then it was the 117-111. All of these games have been pretty much close until the fourth quarter. Mm-hmm. Once the fourth quarter got there, sometimes there was a little bit of separation, but most of the time, it's been pretty close. And when you look at the overall aspect of the series, and Marcus is going to play this highlight here now, you will see what I mean by like how it's tough to get buckets. So one little run can really just spark something. So let's start it here. This is after when Bane hit the shot. Go back to Bane. Bane hits this shot here. They're up by 4, 5 minutes left. Once he hits this with under 5, pause it right here, Marcus. It is very, very, very hard in this series. As I just said, y'all seen those I just did the point leaders. It is very hard to get points in this series. It's 90-94 in the fourth quarter. The Warriors games are in 120 by this mark. They're at 115. They got all these points. You know, everybody else scoring all these points. It's hard to score points in this series. All right, you got the defensive player of the year on the other side, and you got AD on the other side. You got Dylan Brooks over there. You got Vando over here. Like, that's a lot of defense on the court, man. So hit play. So when this happens, you're going to see right here, this is where Russell, Reeves, look at where LeBron is, man. LeBron is standing off the ball. That's a big shot right there. Without that shot, we have nothing. Because look at LeBron again. LeBron just sitting right there on the side. Another big shot by D'Lo. All right? He's in a rhythm now. And he's played terrible this series. So not only is that big for this game, that's big for the next game. All right? This is building his confidence. Then you get down the court. AD make a great block right there. We get the ball running down. Next thing you know, you got D'Lo in rhythm. Another shot right there. That put the Lakers up by 2. Okay, when they go up by 2 here, you're gonna notice they're trying to get the ball to Bane. He's the only option they had that game. It was just D'Lo and Bane in the fourth quarter, going back and back and back and back. And once you start seeing that this team was really trying to get Bane the ball, you want look, and Ja was just playing really, really crazy. He was just going up in the air. He wasn't passing to his teammates. And this is why people say Fox is better than him now. This is why people would rather have SGA, because they're like, hey, bro, you can't make those type of plays. And you see the blocks I was talking about with Jackson. Now you're going to see Tillman. Pause it here. You're going to see why Marcus say, I think LeBron is the biggest asshole in the playoffs. And I mean what I just said, literally. So LeBron literally calls Schroeder up, all right? And could you make this slower? Could you slow this down a little bit? So we're going to slow this up for you guys, all right? So hit play for me. So you're going to see him bring Ja Morant up. And the reason why he brings Ja Morant up, pause right here, is because he's trying to get the switch on the smallest player on the floor. He knows Jackson has good D. He knows Tillman has good D. He knows Dylan Brooks has good defense and Bane has good defense. The Grizzlies are a great defensive team, man. I keep trying to tell people that. Their whole team on this court, besides Ja, can play good defense. All right? You could rarely say that about a team. You could rarely say that.
I don't think you guys have gotten this look the entire season.
Yeah.
Nobody's in the paint.
Nobody's in the paint.
I don't think you guys got this look all season.
This right here is 5 out. This is 5 out. You got Rui spaced to the corner. You got Reese on the hash, and you got AD on the left corner. The reason why this is what they want is because they want LeBron James going down the middle, and they want the Grizzlies touching the paint. They want the Grizzlies to touch the paint so he can either kick it out and swing to the corner, or kick it out and shoot, or kick it out, pump fake drive. All right, that's what they're looking for. So if you hit play, this is what the Grizzlies end up doing. He splits it. Once he splits that, look what happened. Bane is setting up for a charge right there. Dylan Brooks is already left Reeves. Jackson has already left AD. Basically, this is why people say, oh, why didn't y'all do this on the last play? They did it a couple plays before, and look what happened. And just let it keep rolling. Look at this. He pumps and he drives. Exactly what I said. Exactly what I said would happen. And that was great defense. It's just better offense. Better offense. They got out to the shooters. He pumped and he drive. You give them what they want there. Now leave it slow. The reason why we're doing it slow is because you guys gonna be able to go back a little bit. Because you guys will see each play. Now watch this. They doing the same thing. I told you, he an asshole. I told you that. They're doing the same thing. The same thing, Marcus. They doing it again. All right, now first play. They didn't get the switch, but he's like, all right, I'm going to try to get by you. He didn't get by him. Now look at this. Gives it to Rui. Block. That's the defensive player of the year. Now they running out on the break. Now pause right here. What do you guys think Josh should have did here?
Attack.
No. Look at the time. The shot clock's off. He lost the game. He lost the game. Nobody said this. Nobody has mentioned this. Nobody has said this. Nobody has even thought of this. Brother, the time is off. You pulled this out. Every IQ point guard knows it. Nobody has said this. ESPN has said this. Bleacher Report has said this. Nobody has mentioned this. No one has mentioned this. You pull this ball out with 9 seconds and you go back to the top of the key and you run something that ends the clock and you get the last shot. Now push play. See what he did. People are like, oh, but he got a good shot. They scored the basket. Okay, with 6 seconds left. What happens when you give Brady a minute left in football? What happens when you first of all, what happens when you give Mahomes a minute left in football? That's what 6 seconds is like in basketball. This ain't 0.8. This ain't 0.4. You gave LeBron James 6 seconds on the clock. I don't know why people don't think of basketball like football like that. You don't ever score early. They will literally need a ball to not score early. They will dive on a one line to not score early. Basketball players don't be thinking like that. Marcus know I get on people about thinking, bro. People don't think like that in basketball. They're just playing. You pull that out, bro. It was 10 seconds, shot clock off. Why? I don't know why the coach wasn't like this, like screaming, calling a timeout. I would have called a timeout. You know why they didn't do it? Because they wanted to just score. Young team. Oh, just get the points on the board. Just hurry up, get the points on the board.
Do you think that was the best shot they had?
No,
that was a wide open layup.
It was, but guess what? If you pull that out, you either lose. You either tie or you win. If you score early, they could have lost with a 3 right here. You giving the game to the Lakers to decide. You never give the game to your opponent to decide. You decide the game. That's the only thing you can do in the game is decide it. You know, like the time and you. Mm-hmm. That's it. So now when you press play, you gave him 6 seconds. And this is the first mistake right here. Why did you allow him to even get the ball? That inbounder should have his back to him guarding LeBron James. He should be face guarding LeBron. LeBron should be doubled right here. You don't let him touch the ball. First mistake. So you give him the ball. Second mistake is you didn't double right away. You should have doubled. Pause this. He should be gone. Murray should be gone on the double right there. Do you know why? Because now you're going to have Jackson playing 2. Jackson can play 2. You know why? Because then you go Jackson coming up on the 3 ball for shooter, and then he's going to get kicked to AD. You get Bane coming across the corner, and you get Dillon to zone up in the middle. All right? That's a zone. You zone that up, bro. You right now, when you press play, you're going to get this man. First off, why is he playing him so high? Why are people playing LeBron James like he's Steph Curry?
All right, man.
So let me finish.
Yeah.
Why are people playing LeBron James like he's not pulling from there? He ain't pulling, bro. He's not Steph. He's on the logo right now. He ain't pulling that. Like, bro, this is young team stuff, bro. It's all young. I'm just naming stuff that I'm just like, bro, LeBron, if you beat me with a logo 3, I will shake your hand. Great job. Great job. You won, buddy. Hey, you're the GOAT. But you're not going to do something like I know you could do. You're going to long lay me when that's your favorite move? Bro, press play, man. Watch this. They're going to let the man get to his right hand and long lay him off the glass. Like, bro, he practices that.
That's a foul, too, on Ja. I ain't gonna lie.
He practices that. And then, look, 0.8 to go. So now you don't have time but to do a little heave. Mm-hmm. You have no time. All right, so now go full speed. So when you go to full speed here, you're going to notice that this just wasn't a good play. The play was supposed to go to Bane. They shut it down, and then they have nothing else. LeBron hit the shot. It was too late. All right? So then when you go to overtime, Marcus, keep it normal speed. Overtime, I don't know why coaches do this. This is the problem with coaches. Coaches, press pause for me. Coaches don't know you can change players in overtime. They just keep the same players who was on the court in the game. I don't know why they do it. I don't know. It's always made me really confused. I'm like, these dudes are tired. How about get some fresh legs in the game? They never think like that. I promise you, if you go through all the overtimes, they always keep the same guys on the court. It never makes sense to me. If I'm on the court, I'm like, yo, Lonnie Walker, you fresh. I know you ain't shoot, but you got 5 minutes. You got 5 minutes to get hot, boy. Go. Your legs are light. You about to be flying down the court. No coach ever does it. I don't know why. I will literally put Lonnie Walker out there right now for Reeves for just a minute. Reeves, go get a break. Get a break. You'll be back out there. Lonnie, run. Play defense. Use your young legs. You feel me? Go try to get to the rim. They didn't do it. But anyway, press play right here. Turnover. Got lucky. This is a lucky bounce right there. This is a hell of a lay. That's a tough lay right there by Eddie. He played terrible. Now pause. Once again, this is the defense you play. Jackson is heels on the 3 line. This is a great defender right here. The best defender in the league this year if you go by the awards. So when you guard LeBron, you want to be on the 3 line because you know he can do the little FU 3, but he's not going to do it from the logo. So Jackson, all right, look at this. Look where he's at. He ain't pull it like I told you. He didn't pull it, now did he? Mm-mm. And that's where they was guarding him last time. He's backed up because he know he has reach to get the block, and I hit the play. He's walking him down. He gets his shoulder around him. You cannot allow LeBron to get his shoulder around you. Now back that up again, Marcus. And the reason why we're going to back this up, because you guys are going to see right here, This is terrible defense by the others. Now watch this. I'm going to have Marcus pause as soon as he gets on the side of him. Right there. All right? Jackson opens his leg. You already made the first mistake. As soon as he opened that, Dillon has to be right in front of him. He has to come all the way. And Bane has to go to Reeves right away. You make them swing that to Rui, and you make them hit it. Literally, Marcus just said that the other day. You have to. That's the only thing you can do. You literally get in his way. You make him swing that. To Rui. Rui, you got to hit that. It's overtime. It's 3 minutes ago. You can at least let the man try to hit the shot. You're not going to lose if you hit the shot. Now press play. This is what you get now. A fake help. Look at that. Tillman can't block that. Now keep going. We're going to keep this going. So now when you get the ball, you're going to have pause this. You got all these people in the paint. Schroeder, I don't know what's wrong with you, brother. You got Rui wide open. You got LeBron wide open. You got Reeves wide open. And you just threw it to who? Press play.
I'll even throw it to AD.
Where were you throwing that at, bro? I don't even know where you were throwing that at.
Oh, that wasn't to Rui?
I don't know where he was throwing that at, bro. It was a terrible pass.
Yeah.
So now you got them going the other way. And they on fast break again. Great play by Dillon Brooks. LeBron thought Rui was going to block that. That's why he's mad. He's like, bro, I thought you was chasing that down. That's why I didn't jump. So now you got a 1-point game. All right? With 1:22 to go. On this play, press pause, you're going to have AD at the top. He's diving in. Anytime you got AD diving in, press play, you're going to have another man going with him, as you should. And look at this. That's a tough bucket. But look at this. Now you got a little dude trying to box him out. You can't, that's just an easy bucket for AD. Tula, right? Now you got the Lakers back up by 11. Now watch this. Look what Dillon is guarding him there again. Bro, press play, dog. Dillon, shut your mouth. Look what you're doing. Press play, Marcus. Press play. Paul, sorry. Go back to where he guarding this man at. Who is this man? Steph Curry? What are you doing? Bro, his foot damn near on the half-court line. Bro, what are you doing? It's so bad. LeBron is like, yo, I don't even want the pick. Get out of here. I'm going to cook this man. Who do you think I am? You're playing LeBron James like he can't run a 4-4 flat. Bro, what? We see LeBron James flying down the court every night, and you think this man ain't faster than slow Dillon Brooks? Bro, LeBron literally said, shooter, get out of here. Press play, man. All he got to do is run a 4-4 flat like we know he can do. Look at this. Bye-bye. You're gone. You're not even in his picture no more, bro. Bro, he babied him. He's not even in the picture anymore, bro, because he just riding him on the side. Bro, Jackson can't even get a good block on him now. That's what you're going to get now. You're guarding him at half court, bro. That was just not smart. Not smart, man. And that's the game. That was the game, bro. And when you have that dumb of a team who first took that layup with 10 seconds to go when they didn't have to do it, and then you have them playing LeBron James at half court, you lose. They should have won that game, Marcus. All they had to do was not shoot that ball with 10 seconds to go and not guard LeBron James like he was Steph Curry. And they would have won the game. They would have easily won the game, bro. Just back up. If LeBron hit threes, you live. Bro, me and Marcus would play one-on-one. He's like, bro, if you hit threes, you win. But I'm not going to let you drive to the basket. I'm not. So that's why I feel like they lost. And that was the game. And tonight, I feel like the Grizzlies will win. I think the Grizzlies will just play a little bit harder. I know the Lakers, man. The Lakers tonight will try to keep it close. They're going to try to keep it close. The entire time, they're going to try to keep it closer to the fourth. And I'm not going to lie. Grizzlies, they're going to let you give them the game. The Grizzlies will allow you to get the game back. And I think that will be the Lakers' method tonight. Allow the Grizzlies to mess up. And this is what young teams do. Mm-hmm. Young teams will make mistakes in the end, and LeBron is just there licking his chop. You're like, all right, just give me 10 seconds. Mm-hmm. Give me 10 seconds. And people always say, oh, he's not clutch. I don't know why y'all keep saying that, man. Every time LeBron got the ball down 10, it's a great shot. It's gonna be his teammate wide open. It's gonna be a layup. I'm like, yo, what is not clutch to y'all? I don't know what's not clutch. I'm really getting confused what clutch means. Because if my teammate got an open shot and he missed, he ain't clutch. Why you blaming me? This man, he missed the wide open shot. And you talking about I'm not clutch? Bruh, I don't get it. So tonight, Grizzlies, you should win the game. You should win this game. And I think if you come out with the right energy, the right teamwork, as Ja tries not to truck everybody in the air, if he trusts his teammates. But the problem is, you guys didn't get a good AD game last game. That's scary. AD always bounce backs. He always bounce back. So if AD got help tonight, that's scary. So I do think Memphis wins this one, and we go back to LA, and then LA finish it out in 6. What do you think, Marcus, about that game?
Man, just from hearing you talk, it's very clear you do not have the fear, okay? And I'm going to tell you what the fear is. The fear is time and time again, you got this dude named LeBron James hitting dagger, step back, logo threes, only in a Laker uniform. What I just saw with that type of defense, that's called the fear. All right, that's fear. I've seen you time and time again make this shot. If I force you to drive, you might not even shoot it. You might not go for the long lay. What does everybody say? LeBron, you drive, you just go up for the lay, it's easy. He did it this time, and it shocked us. It shocked us. What's not shocking us is your foot is on the line, or you playing the drive, and LeBron going, cash. All right? That's called a fear. What you just saw, that defense, they were already scared of LeBron before the game even started. That's what I saw. Ja Morant doing the whole jumping at LeBron, trying to get a block, just swinging his body. He needs to be careful now. That ground is undefeated.
And his hand already hurt.
His hand already hurt. You need to learn from Derrick Rose. You need to learn from Brandon Roy. You need to learn from the ground is undefeated, Ja. It's going to kill you, man. It's not going to be good. So you need to understand, these dudes are young, and they just playing with heart.
Yeah.
Jaren Jackson, playing with heart. Brooks, playing with heart. I don't like the man, but who do you know is challenging LeBron half court? Remember the conversation we had the other day? You was like, some dudes is just there, and you take the step back, and they said, nope, closing the gap. And I respect it because Dylan didn't shy away. He said, yo, this ain't just regular basketball. This X and O. This is between me and you, LeBron. Brooks made it between Brooks and LeBron. He said, last possession, I'm guarding you as hard as I've ever guarded anybody in my life. And you just going to eat it. And LeBron said, Dennis, get out of here. I know you're going to want Ja. That's the first time that LeBron said, I'm not going to do strategy. I need to prove it to somebody. I need to prove it to you, to your face. I'm better.
Yeah.
I'm better. I need it. And if you keep talking, I'm going to show you.
And the bad thing is, I don't even know why he had to prove that.
Because he was talking. He was talking mess. And who comes out and talks about LeBron? You know what happened last time that happened? And it hasn't happened since? Klay Thompson.
I don't even know that.
Klay Thompson?
Yeah.
Wow, down 3-1, man.
Yeah.
I don't know why they just always yelling and calling. And he's playing, I think, calling the P word.
Mm-hmm. I thought Draymond did that.
Draymond did it. The Warriors were talking reckless.
Klay was like, I guess it hurt his feelings or something. That's what he said. Draymond called him, and he said, I guess it hurt his feelings.
Yeah, nobody said anything since then, and it just got lost in time.
Yeah.
It just got lost in time. I don't know if Warriors fans has not said a thing to LeBron since then. We ran it.
Actually, Draymond praises him.
Now he praises him.
Yeah, Draymond praises him.
That game showed me love fear. Mm-hmm. That's scary.
And people got to realize that's after playing 40 minutes. I'm just saying you got him, and that's after having 20 boards. Like he had 10 that much in his legs to do that. That's scary, bro. That's scary.
It's one of those games you look at it
with 2 bad feet.
2 bad feet. That's probably bad back. I don't know what else is hurting. Yeah. What's he not telling us?
Yeah.
What's AD not telling us?
Exactly.
You know?
And that's why I said AD not having a good game was not good for Grizzlies not to win that game. And Bane getting almost 40.
That's not good.
That's not good, bro.
You can't let those squeak.
You can't let those squeak.
And then you actually did good at the end. You played hard defense.
And if you look at the head-to-head, the last 7 games, the Lakers are 5-2 against the Grizzlies. They're just better. They're just better, bro.
They're just better.
The last 7 games, they're 5-2. That's just you're just better, bro.
We're just better. They're just better.
They're just better.
They're just better, man.
So tonight, who you got winning? Grizzlies or Lakers? Do you think the Lakers close it out tonight?
I do not think I do.
So
not.
we both agree.
I think right now the Grizzlies figured something out, but they don't know if they're talented enough to execute that game plan. That game plan was, hey everybody, when it gets crunch time, we gotta see these dudes hit this bucket consistently. We've seen them hit it. It doesn't mean they can't hit it, okay? We've seen Dennis hit it. But going 5 out and nobody, and then granted, when you saw the LeBron drive, everybody crashed, and I understand that's the right thing to do. But I'm playing Warriors defense. I'm playing everybody foot on the paint. All 5 of y'all, foot on the paint.
So you're starting in the paint, basically.
Starting in the paint. LeBron, you're not getting the drive. You're going to be on ESPN tomorrow while you ain't shoot the last second shot.
This is also why they lost. Jackson 0 for 4 for 3. Tillman 0 for 1. Brooks 1 for 7. Morant 1 for 6. Bain 3 for 12. Adamo 0 for 1. Roddy 2 for 6. Jones, you have been missing the whole series. 0 for 1. Kennard 2 for 4. The only shooter that made 50%. They went 9 for 42 from 3.
Who did the 9 come from? Bain?
9 for 42
from 3.
I don't think you're ever winning the game.
No.
9 for 42. That's probably worse than the Rocket shot against y'all a couple years ago.
That's wild.
9 for 42, bro. That's crazy. This team won 51 games this year, y'all. 51 games. This is not a bad team, bro. They can't shoot, though.
They can't.
They cannot shoot.
Can't shoot.
And that is their problem. That is their problem, bro. When you can't shoot and the best person that hits the paint for you is your guard, that's going to be a problem. And I tell Marcus that about the Warriors all the time. I'm like, bro, y'all don't have any wings that drive the ball. That's a problem, bro. When you don't have wings that drive the ball, you don't get free throws. You know what I mean? And you don't put pressure on the rim. So now nobody's in the paint. So that means they're going to press up on your shooters. The Grizzlies are just missing wide open shots.
And I think they're face guarding Luke.
Yeah.
Are you guys? Is that type of defense you guys? You're saying that's the one shooter we're not letting shoot.
Exactly. And if you look at the points per game that the Lakers are doing, 24 points a game for LeBron, 20 points a game for Davis, 18 for Rui, 17 for Reeves, 14 for D'Angelo. Bro, your whole starting lineup is giving you more than 15 points a game. How are you going to beat a team like that, bro? That means if we game plan for D'Lo, Rui's going off. If we game plan for Rui, Reeves going off. If we game plan for Reeves, this shooter might go off. It's too many people. They don't have that many people on the Grizzlies. Dillon ain't ever going off. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not going. Tillman had 1. Jackson ain't have none. Ja had 1. It's like, bro, they need more people to contribute. They need more contributors. Jones, you the best backup in the league, and we haven't seen you do nothing. We haven't seen you do anything, bro. So they need help, bro. And that's what I'm saying. Tonight, they need a collective effort. And it's sad. The only time they got that collective effort was when Ja wasn't playing. And that tells me, Ja, you're not pushing that ball around. The ball is sticking too much in your hand. The ball is sticking too much to Ja's hand, and you can't win against the Lakers like that because the Lakers are like, all right, get your 50. Get your 50. We're going to guard everybody else. And that they're falling in that game plan. They haven't figured that out yet. You have to have Kennard shooting 10 threes. You need Bain shooting 10 threes. You need everybody but Dillon Brooks putting up 10 threes. Dillon, you need to stop shooting. That's a part of the Lakers game. Why are you open? They want you to shoot. They want you to shoot. They're like, shoot it.
Please.
Please shoot it. First off, your form looks ugly. You shoot like you're high-fiving somebody. I've never seen nothing like that before. Like, bro, why do you shoot the ball like that? Like, I've never seen a dude shoot the ball and it ends like this. Hand just stuck up like a high five. You just literally high five him. Like, bro, I don't even know why you don't bend your wrist, bro. Like, the shot is just gross. It's a gross shot, man. It's a gross shot. So overall, man, I think Memphis and the Lakers is a great series, but I do think it ends in 6. The next season we'll talk about is the Hawks.
Mm-hmm.
That's the last one we talk about today. I watched that game last night, and that Hawks game was crazy. My mom was watching it too, and play this right here for him. We ain't even gonna talk. We just gonna play this one right here for him. Ice Trey.
You want to slow down?
They got Brown on them right here
you
at the
slow
top.
Down?
Yeah, you slow down. They got Brown on him, and look how he playing him. He's playing him just like they play Brian. But you have to. You have to play Trae Young like this. Now look at this. You're gonna have Trae Young with the ball in the backcourt. 6 seconds left. Jaylen Brown, right here. Put pressure on that back foot. He got a great contest. Bang. That's just a great shot. That's just a great shot. That's just a great shot. Look at the contest. He almost got the ball. Look how he almost got the ball on that. He still almost got the ball. Look at that. Look at it. The ball ain't even going. He's contesting right now. Look at this. He almost got the ball. He almost tipped the ball, bruh. Me and Marcus had a play just like that at the gym the other day. Well, I think he did tip the ball. Like, he almost tipped that ball. You can't help that. You shake that man. Look at that. Ice Train. That's it.
Oh, look at Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart hurt. That's defeat right there, Marcus. Jesus. Tatum, come on, man. Come on, Tatum.
Marcus Smart is probably thinking, I should have guarded him. That's probably why he's mad. He's probably like, man, I should have guarded him. But Marcus Smart, you're falling off. I already said, I told Marcus that the other day.
Whoa.
I already told Marcus Smart, you're falling off. You're falling off, bro. Like, bro. And it's not that you're a bad defender. It's just they got Jaylen Brown now. Jaylen Brown is the one they want to go to on that switch. And I don't blame him.
He's younger.
I don't blame him. He's younger. He's longer. And he almost blocked it.
Yeah.
He almost blocked it.
He should be the better. If he had his Marcus Smart's IQ defensively, that Jaylen Brown would be ugly.
Yeah, so overall, man, I think that series is still over. I think the Hawks, the win without Murray was great, though.
Oh, yeah.
You guys won without Murray. You're going back home to the Hawks, so maybe you guys can push it to 7. I don't think you can. What do you think? What do you think happens in Game 6?
I think the Celtics blow them out by 20. I'm not going to lie to you. But great scenario if Atlanta wins. I have been in Atlanta when Ice Trae was Ice Trae in the playoffs, and seeing the city gravitate towards Trae Young, and they adopted the villain personality in Atlanta, and they just love Trae Young. They just love, like, hey, we're not asking for a championship, Trae Young, but beat him one time. Like, get a good punch in. It's like your little brother going against his first fight. Hey, man, remember that right hook I told you? Just land one. Don't worry about the fight and the results of the fight. Just go out there, give it your best, and land one hit. I think Trae Young landed that hit, but can he land a combo? Can he come out for Game 6 and just force a Game 7? Because then I feel like Trae Young's talent will be credible and will be have validity to it, because he's like this. What other superstar's doing this by himself?
Exactly.
And honestly, Trae Young is just doing what every other superstar is doing right now. He's doing what Jokic is doing. Jokic hasn't got past the conference finals. Mitchell hasn't gotten past the conference finals. I'm looking at a lot of superstars going, okay, y'all giving me what Trae Young giving me? What's going on? And that's Trae. That's props to you. It was a terrible season for Atlanta. I don't know if you remember watching Atlanta. Atlanta was almost out to play in. The fact that they're doing this to the former Eastern Conference champions says a lot. It says he doesn't want to go down. It says Trae Young's a fighter, but I am scared that he's going to turn to Russell Westbrook.
Okay.
I am scared that I really hope his skill set can translate to another team and a championship team, and not where he's just like chunking every shot on the court. Because some players can win like that. We've seen Russ win and get to the playoffs. It even went around in the playoffs doing that, but it's not a championship formula.
No.
Trae Young on a championship team is getting headhunted on defense every single play. And how much production will he give you on offense? And that's what I see. But Trae, You are doing your thing, man. Iced out. I hope the Migos bless you with the biggest Cuban link you ever had. You know, so. But I do have Celtics in 6.
Celtics in 6?
Celtics in 6.
Yeah. I think they Celtics end up winning this game. And I think it goes back to Boston for Philly. Boston, and if that happens, we're going to go ahead and preview that right now. Because that will be starting this weekend if that does happen.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Celtics, Philly. I think that end up going 7. I think that goes 7. Let me check on Embiid's health.
I'm so glad. I know he's hoping this goes 7 so he get an extra game.
See, he sprained the LCL. See, Joel Embiid return date still unclear at the reported LCL sprain. I just don't know the answer. Is what he said. And once again, Marcus, what did I say about Joel Embiid in the playoffs?
It's hurt.
I said this in January. I said this a long time ago. I said, bro, Joel Embiid never gets through a playoff.
No.
Ever. He never gets through healthy. He's just like Kawhi Leonard. And I've been saying this. I said this to Marcus last night. We got to start having the same energy for these other players, bro. AD always plays through his injuries. All these other guys are sitting out, man. Joel Embiid do this every single year. We don't say nothing. We don't call them street clothes. We don't say nothing. James Harden always hurt every single year. We never say nothing. As soon as AD get hurt, oh, man. And it's just because, bro, y'all see it. But the fact that you're seeing it means he's playing through it. Like, the man plays through the bad hit. He plays through the broken fingers. He plays through all of it. You just mad that you see it, and he's playing through it. But these other players aren't playing through it, bro. They're sitting. And I'm not telling them they shouldn't sit. You know your own injury. But I'm just saying, bro, we got to start looking at AD as he is tough. We got to stop saying, oh, he's injured. Yes, but he's tough, bro. He's playing through all this stuff. So I had to recorrect the way I looked at AD. Because I'm like, yo, I'm looking at all these stars. I'm like, man, it would suck to be an Embiid fan.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, dang, bro, every single year, it's something. It is literally something every year with him in the playoffs. It's going to be a knee or arm or something. It's like,
you remember the last time he was healthy? You
No.
remember the last time him and Kawhi were healthy?
No.
Toronto when Kawhi hit the game winner over.
That was it. And was he healthy then? Who knows?
Who knows?
Who
At
knows?
least he was on the court. Jesus.
Who knows? So it says a little more clarity, but not optimism. Raw Tuesday, when Philadelphia Inquirer reported Embiid injury has been diagnosed as an LCL sprain and a typical injury that requires more than a week of recovery time. All right. So what that simply means is nobody knows when he's gonna be healthy because it says a ligament will heal on its own. And the main thing to do to prevent the re-injury is basic to play. It says, can you walk on it? It says, will the LCL tear? How if I walk? It says you'll be back walking normally after the LCL heals, which could take up to 2 weeks. So
yeah, I don't think he's playing.
It says 3 weeks to 3 months.
Yeah,
that literally says 3 weeks to 3 months, and I think he set out at least a week now because he didn't play that last game, which was like Saturday. So this Saturday, what he's hoping on is the Hawks. Yeah. He's hoping the Hawks can push them into next week. Mm-hmm. If the Hawks can push them into next week, because their game, let's see what the next Hawks game is.
Well, he tweeted. Did you see his tweet?
No, what he said?
I'll pull it up for everybody.
Hawks play tomorrow, and then they'll have a Saturday game for Game 7 if they do push it. That means that Philly game will begin next week, like no matter what.
This was 15 hours ago. I'll put it up for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
This is some good hoops. Hashtag Ice Trace. The only tweet he's put out this entire postseason. Yeah. Right when it happened. This man is saying thank you. Beck, what do you want? Yeah. You want to check? You want something? You want to come down to Philly? I'll get you.
And regardless of it, man, LCL sprain, bro, he's not going to be healthy.
No. There's no way.
He's not going to be healthy in a week, bro. So.
And you got to battle.
And that's a lot of weight. It's a lot of weight on that knee. Mm. So the only thing he's going to be able to do is sit out. a week and hope that his team can get one. Like what Giannis is doing. Giannis sat out 2, and what happened? They went down 3-1. It's tough to sit out in the playoffs, bro. That's not a regular season game you sitting out of, bro. What happened when Kawhi sat out? 3-1, 4-1. Like, you can't sit out. What happened? Ja's the only one, and that's why I keep telling you something's wrong with that, Ja, that when you sit out, your team wins. Yeah. You need to really think about that, bro. Like, that ain't normal. You don't sit out and your team wins. So, like, you have to realize that. Embiid sitting out, I don't think they beating the Celtics, man. They're not gonna beat him. I think Celtics will probably win every game he does.
I think almost Celtics win 4.
Yeah, if he sits out.
Yeah.
It's relying on Harden again. And then you'll be back to the same position you was every offseason. Do we bring back Harden? Who do we need to put next to Embiid? No, the question is, when will Embiid be healthy? That's the question. When can you have a healthy Embiid in the playoffs? People need to stop talking about the partners of Embiid. Bro, you're not healthy in the playoffs. It's the same Clipper problem. It's the same thing the Clippers got. If you're not healthy in the playoffs, you can't go far. Every playoffs, it comes down to the same thing. Who's last standing? Who has the healthiest players? That's the league. That's the league we live in. It shouldn't be like that. You feel me? Like there's in the offseason, I'll give different things I think the league should do, but not today. I think the league don't have to play 82 games. I've already said that I think the league should have mini tournaments. They should have a spring tournament, a winter tournament, and then they can have the playoffs off of those tournament winners. Like, there's different things you can do besides playing 82 straight games, bro. You know what I mean? Like, we want healthy, great players. We don't want players that are worn down and can't play, but that's another conversation. But the next series we'll talk about that will be hopefully over soon is the Warriors-Lakers. We'll do a little preview now just in case those series ends like today or tomorrow, because you know the Warriors could just win the next 2 games in the next couple days. The Lakers could just end it today. So we'll do a little preview right now. I think you should start this one because you said you had some spicy stuff earlier for this. So Warriors-Lakers preview.
Warriors-Lakers preview game 1. All right.
And this is home court for you guys.
For Warriors, right?
Yeah, because we're 7, you guys are 6.
Right now, Warriors can't win on the road. We all know that. I think they won 9 games on the road all year. So the fact that
That's crazy. That is crazy. That is crazy when you think about it. 9 out of 41?
Yeah. And still had a decent record.
That's crazy.
That's wild. I mean, who would have thought? So you get 9 wins on the road, and you're matched up against the Lakers. And I'm not going to say the fear is with the Golden State Warriors. I'm not going to say that. But what I will say is the respect is definitely there for LeBron James. We will play LeBron like this is a finals. And LeBron will play the Warriors like it's a finals. Will his supporting cast play like it's the finals in the second round? I don't know. That's who the Warriors are banking on. I'm giving you the keys right now. The Warriors, Clay, Steph, Poole, Dre, Loon, everybody except for, and Iggy, everybody except for Poole has played LeBron in the finals before. LeBron has played these guys before. AD hasn't played them, but I'm pretty sure he saw. He's played the Warriors. He played the Warriors.
Pelicans. He
played them a lot with the Pelicans, so he knows what the
Warriors.
And
since he's been in the West, he's played them 4 times a year.
But nobody has played. Reeves, Rui, Dennis hasn't played.
Not in the playoffs, no.
This was their biggest game of their life. What about next series? They don't understand that LeBron, the history LeBron and the Warriors have. I don't think they going. If they live up to that pressure, and Rui goes 11 for 13, 30 points again with that pressure, hang it up. Hang it up. I'm not counting on it. I'm not. He's going to be wide open. Reeves is going to be wide open. Schroeder is going to be wide open. You're going to see 2 double teams. 2 people on LeBron, 2 people on AD, and 1 person saying, I'm coming to whoever got the ball.
And that's different how they played us during the season.
Completely.
Because you guys usually let AD and LeBron just cook.
I'm telling you right now, I'm seeing what the Warriors are doing. They usually did that because they could stay in front of people. They are old. They all have no lateral quickness. Them boys just shoot. They said, can you outshoot us? If not, all right. But if you can, we lose. The stakes for this game in the second round, this will be the greatest matchup we have ever seen. The Lakers are healthy, banged up, but they're healthy. Warriors are healthy, they're banged up, but they're healthy. There is no excuses this game series. Now, unless Draymond gets suspended for kicking LeBron in the nuts or something, you know, we might throw an excuse out there. But as of right now, both teams are extremely healthy. Both teams are in a rhythm. Wiggins has had a whole series to get his legs back. He only missed 23 games. He didn't miss the whole season. The man was in shape. So he does got to get his rhythm back. And what better rhythm than to go against the person that the Warriors didn't want? So get your rhythm. Next series is going to be one of the greatest series we have ever seen as a basketball fan. And I hope you guys tune in.
And what do you got him winning in?
Oh, I got Warriors in 6.
All right, he has Warriors in 6. All right, so I'm looking through the games we played this year, all right, with the Warriors. So the Warriors and the Lakers played 4 times this year because they're in the West, of course. The first game they played, you got to kind of count that one out because that was with Westbrook. And that was the first game of the season.
Yes.
It was the first game of the season, and it was Westbrook. The other 3 times, Westbrook was not on that team. It was the team we have now.
Okay.
This is why I don't have the same conclusion as Marcus with who's winning the series. Because once again, it's like the Grizzlies. Teams have not beat this team this year. This new team, we're like lost like 5 times with this team. So the first time we played them, February 11th, we had, I'm going to go on both sides of the court. Davis was here. Hachimura was there. Brown was there. Dennis was there. Russell was there. Vanderbilt was there. That's the team we got now. All right. On the other side, Wiggins was even there. Looney was there. Green was there. Thompson was there. Curry was not there. That's the one game that Curry missed, but LeBron also missed that game. We need to understand that. LeBron and Curry missed. Everybody else was there. The Lakers won that game at Golden State. At Golden State. And Golden State don't lose there. All right? In that game, what happened was it was really not even an Anthony Davis show. People need to understand that. Anthony Davis doesn't really play good against the Warriors on the Lakers. On the Lakers, he hasn't really played well against the Warriors. It was really a Hachimura and a Dennis Schroeder show. Dennis Schroeder had 26. Hachimura had 16. All right? And on the other side, Poole had 29, but he had no help. Wiggins was awful. Green was awful. You know what I mean? So like that, they didn't. It was just Poole. Poole was out there by himself. Klay Thompson, I don't know what he was doing, but he had 5 of 21. Awful. All right? And then you have the next game. The Lakers also won that game. That game was awful. All right? You had Klay Thompson, had 22 points. He played much better. Poole had 16, but that was it. Nobody else played good but Klay and Poole. All right? On the other side, Davis, once again, I told you, does not play good. Awful. Then you had LeBron James, did not play good. 5 for 20. Awful. You had Beasley, went off for 25 points that game. And then you had nothing else. Nothing else. Nobody else played good that game. It was literally just Beasley and Poole playing against each other. Literally. And the Lakers won that game. All right? There was no Curry in that game. Remember, there was no Curry in that game. All right?
And no LeBron, right?
No, LeBron played that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the Lakers were fully healthy that game.
Okay.
The Lakers were fully healthy that game. They had everybody available that game. They was missing nobody. They won by like 12 points. All right?
Okay.
There was no Curry. And then the last game they played, the most recent, the Lakers won that game. The Green played pretty good that game. He had 15 points, 7 boards, 3 assists. Curry played great that game. He really never plays great against the Lakers. He's 5 for 13 for 3 and 27 points. Klay Thompson played great that game. He's 4 for 10 for 3, 22 points. DiVincenzo even gave you 11. Green gave you 15. So the start lineup for y'all was great. Your bench, trash. Poole had 10 points. He had 3 threes. It's like, all right, whatever. That's not that good. But that was it. That was it. Like, you guys got nothing from your bench. So that was a game where your starters was cooking, but your bench ain't give you nothing. Davis had 40 points. That's the one game he went crazy. He had 40. LeBron didn't even touch the floor. And you lost. This is why I'm saying, bro, in different iterations, with Curry, without Curry, with LeBron, without LeBron, with all of them, you lost every game to the Lakers without Westbrook. That seems like that's a matchup problem. That seems like that's a coaching problem. But if Marcus is right, and they're about to switch philosophies, they're about to change game plans, which people do in the playoffs, it's a different game, then you got to throw some of that out. I just don't throw all of that out. Mm-hmm. I think when you beat a team 3-1 during the season, that means you're literally a better team than that team. That's what I think. But we have different philosophies on that. And the reason why I say that is because when I look at these box scores, I don't see help with the Warriors when they play the Lakers. It's like one player going off and nobody else. It's like the Lakers are specifically they do this to everybody. And I told Marcus this. They make one person go off and they shut the water off from everybody else. That's a Ham thing. Ham does that to everybody. He's like, hey, bro, we're going to pick a player. Everybody else, done. And what it seems like is they're picking either Curry, Thompson, or Poole each game. That's it. They're not allowing nobody else to eat. It's a little bit different because Wiggins has not played in 2 of those matchups. So 2 of those matchups, you didn't have Wiggins. And that's a big cog for the Warriors. You cannot underestimate that, Laker fans. You cannot underestimate that. That's like taking Jared Vanderbilt and Rui off the court together. Like he's both of them combined. That's how Warriors fans see Wiggins. You got to be fair there. They see him as Rui's offensive, and they see him as Vandy on defense. If you combine them, that's what Warriors fans think Wiggins is. You can disagree or you can agree with that point, but that's what they think. So with that being said, that's a huge person to miss for 2 of those games. You could be like, oh, we wouldn't have needed DaVincio if he was there. We wouldn't have needed Kuminga if he was there. Iguodala wouldn't have played those 14 minutes if he wasn't there. You know what I mean? So you do have to put that into consideration. And that is why I'm saying I think the Lakers will win in 7. I don't think this will be a 5 or 6 series because, once again, I don't think the Warriors went on the road. And, once again, they play even worse at the Lakers Stadium. Like it's really bad. It's really bad. So I don't think for them to win in 6, that means they got 2 on the road. And I'm like, yeah, 2 on the road is already half of what they got during the season. So like, bro, I'm gonna be really shocked if that happens. Like that's like going against all odds. That's going against betting odds what they did. That's just a whole different team. If that happened, that's a whole different team that we saw. So I think this goes 7 Lakers. I wouldn't be shocked if it went 7 Warriors. So I'm not really sure about the quickness of with 4 people saying 4 or 5. I'm like, yeah, I don't know where y'all getting that from. Even if we went 3-1 during the season, you got to take a little bit off that because no Wiggins sometime, no LeBron sometime, no Curry sometime. I just think this is a philosophy mismatch. I don't think Curry matches up well with the Lakers team. I don't think he matches up well with teams with LeBron on them. First off.
Nobody does.
I don't think that's just a good matchup for him with LeBron. I think he doesn't know what to do with LeBron. I think LeBron, he's like, hey, am I getting scoring LeBron? Am I getting passing LeBron? If I'm getting defensive AD, if I'm getting 40-point AD. Mm-hmm. That's why the Lakers are truly a hard team to play is because you really don't know. When you play the Warriors, you know Curry want to shoot threes. You know Clay want to shoot threes. You know Poole want to shoot threes. You know Draymond don't want to shoot threes. You know Looney want to get boards. The Lakers, you don't know what the hell they gonna do. You like Reeves may give you 30 tonight. That is hard. That's just hard, bro. Imagine you go on the court with a team. You like, this man can get 20, that man get 20, that man get 20. Then you bring dude off the bench. He can get 20. And you just like, coach, bro, you told us to guard him, and now he going off. And the coach like, yep, we got to live with it. And that's basically everybody's game plan against the Lakers. And the only way the Warriors win this series if they start winning on the road and they hit their threes. You're not getting nothing in the paint, and you don't even go in the paint. And this is why I say it's a bad matchup because the Lakers like teams like the Warriors. They're successful against outside teams. They're like, oh, yo, y'all not going to go to the paint? Bet. Bet 80, like, I'm about to get every board you miss. You better make them because you ain't getting no boards. Looney, it don't work against AD. You ain't eating off of AD off the board. AD owns the glass. We see that 16 boards, LeBron 20 boards. You're not gonna win the boards with the Lakers. We got this guy we follow on Twitter. He'll tell you you're not gonna beat the Lakers on the boards. That's Rui's getting 10 boards. Like you're just not gonna win that.
Everybody's 6'9" and up.
Everybody's 6'9" and up. Now, who does help with that? If Wiggins puts his rebounding hat on like he did last finals, he will be a huge, huge help. That's what I'm telling Lakers fans. Don't just write this series off because Wiggins can be that guy. It's just that he didn't have a lot of time. He's working himself back. How many games did he play so far? 4? So, like, he's working himself in game shape. Imagine you working yourself in game shape, and then that's playoff shape. So, realistically, he's probably just now getting his rhythm. He probably now just getting his rhythm from shooting. But now you're going to put him on he don't got an assignment this year. He got Fox, bro. Like, that's not LeBron James. That's not LeBron James, bro. So now you're going to have LeBron James trying to drive to the hole, taking your legs away. What's that going to do to Wiggins on offense? You know what I'm saying? And then you got Vandy probably getting put on Wiggins. Because we don't put Vandy on Curry. That's not what we do. We don't put Vandy. We put Reeves on Curry. Or we put somebody smaller. So you're going to have Vandy on Wiggins. So we're already thinking he's going to shut him down. Then he got another matchup in Rui. Wiggins is going to have a tough series. This is where he's going to make his money at. It's like, bro, you 6'8", we got 6'8" for you. We got two off the bench, and we got LeBron right here. So I just don't know if it's, once again, I think you guys have more than Memphis, but I don't think anybody has the depth the Lakers have this year. And that's why I think the Lakers have the depth. Now, the Lakers do not have the three-point shooting you guys have. You guys have the advantage. And why I say that is you got Poole, who can be hot as ever. Hot as ever. You got Curry, hot as ever. Clay, hot as ever. If any of those two guys hit 5 threes in the games, the Lakers lose. I'm telling you that right now. The Lakers will lose. They will lose. But the reason why I don't think that happens is because y'all don't touch the paint. Y'all don't go in the paint and kick that thing out. If y'all had a player that was driving in that hole and swinging that ball around, I'll be way more scared of the Warriors. Until I see them drive that ball in there and kick that ball around, that's a different team. You're not beating that team. And I'm letting you know right now, you're not beating the Warriors if they touch that paint and start kicking that ball around. You lose. You lose every time. So I think this game will be won on the amount of three-point shots you guys make. And the best way, I don't think this game will be defensive. I don't think y'all can beat us. Y'all can't beat us in a defensive game. You won't win. Like, you won't win that game. And I know that sounds crazy to Warriors fans, but we're seeing us beat the best defensive team in the league right now. You won't win a defensive game because that's a slow down game. Warriors like pace, speed, shooting, flying. Lakers like, hey, slow it down. Curry, come on up here. Clay, come on up here. Poole, come on up here. And this is why I say y'all can't even play y'all favorite lineup with 3 guards. That's going to be an impossible lineup to play in this series. You're either going to have to play Poole or Clay. Poole or Curry. If you put all 3 of those people on the court, what that means is you're going to have Rui out there with a matchup that you don't like. Because guess what? You got to have Wiggins and Draymond out there. So now you're going to have Rui going against who? You know, like, is that going to be Wiggins? Well, Wiggins can't guard LeBron now.
Clay will be guarding Rui.
And so Clay, and that's just not a good matchup for Clay because he's too little. He's 6'6", Rui 6'9". You know what I mean? And then you got Reeves out there. Poole guarding Reeves. Reeves is gonna Poole gonna like that, and Reeves gonna like that. They both gonna be like, hey, we both gonna be crossing each other.
That's probably gonna be one of the sauciest matchups of this season.
Yes, they're both gonna be like, hey, who's better on defense? I think Reeves is better on defense than Poole.
So Poole has no defense.
So like he has no defense. You know what I mean? And so both of them like getting fouls.
Love him.
So we're gonna see
the ref is gonna be like, I don't know who to call.
Exactly. So now you're gonna have Green on AD.
Yes.
And then you got Curry on who? Because then you got D'Lo out there.
D'Lo or Dennis.
And he's 6'5", and we already see what happened with Westbrook. If you take him in the hole, Curry sometimes gets bullied. Sometimes get bullied. So I'm saying, like, there's a little bit of height problems with the Warriors and Lakers. That's why I say, if y'all are shooting them threes, y'all win. I think that is the key. Are y'all hot or are you not? Mm-hmm. If you're not hot, I think this could get pretty bad for y'all. If you're hot, it gets bad for us because we are not going to shoot threes like that. We got one game this series when we were just hot. That's the Lakers. We don't get hot from three, bro. It's literally paint, and that's it. Mm-hmm. And so you guys have Looney. This is going to also be another problem. I told Marcus this in the beginning of the season. Looney is your only big. Mm-hmm. At least Grizzlies got Tillman and Jackson. Both of them boys. Draymond is 6'5", y'all. He's not that tall. He's not that tall, man. So even if he is a great defender, he can't play 45 minutes on AD because AD is 7 foot tall. So you're going to really need Looney not to foul out. Because Kuminga can't guard AD. We know that. Kuminga can't guard him. Kuminga really had a bad defensive year this year. He really regressed defensively. His 3-ball is coming along, though. His 3-ball does look a little bit better. So this series, I really expect Looney to be really big and your 3-point shooting to be even bigger. I don't think this is a series for Poole at all. I think you may see Poole not touch the floor this series. Not like at all, but I think fourth quarter you may not see him. And it's just because of what we see against LeBron in fourth quarters. If the game is close, he's not touching that court. Because it's just impossible to have that many people to pick on. You can't have 2 players, Curry and Poole, out there. You're giving LeBron James just eye candy. He's like, wait, you mean you're going to tell me you're going to keep them on the floor? Mm-hmm. That's too much pressure, bro. That's way too much pressure. Because even if you do double, it's like, all right, now you're going to double, and now Reeves is going to do what? Duck to the rim, and where's your shot blocker? Because you can't have Green and Looney on the floor with Poole and Clay and Clay. Because Wiggins got to be out there.
Yeah.
So you got to have Looney or Draymond. And that means you have no shot blocker if you double. And what does that leave? A straight paint drive. So I just don't know if you can win this game without getting 23s a game. You got to hit at least 15 to 23s a game, man. And that is going to keep us at a distance where we got to chuck threes too. You want the Lakers to chuck threes. If they start chucking threes, this series is over. So it's really about who's going to bend to who game plan.
It is.
That's it.
Who's going to bend?
Who's going to bend?
I don't think Looney plays this series.
Oh, you don't think Looney plays this series?
I don't think he plays at all. I think it's about 15 minutes a game in the series.
Mm-hmm.
I think they go super.
You think he's there for fouls?
Yes.
Yeah.
And please, Looney, just lean on AD. Mm-hmm. We know you're going to lose the matchup. Mm-hmm. We know it. You're there for the weight, the body, so Dre doesn't get the fouls, so Curry don't get in foul trouble, so Dre don't get a tech.
Dre, you going to shoot this series, brother. I'm telling you what Ham's going to do.
Yeah.
Ham's going to see that handoff coming, and he's going to double that handoff and be like, shoot it. We did that every time we played y'all. Yeah. That's why you look at the numbers when Dre played us, he shot the most threes against us than any other team. Mm-hmm. We forced him. Mm-hmm. We forced him to shoot it.
I think the Rui-Vando matchup is going to be crucial for Ham to decide when to play them.
Huge.
And not necessarily...
This may not be a Vando series.
But it may be. Because there's 2 things. You looked at it from one side of the ball, Rui on Clay, Rui just getting the post, back down Clay. Mm-hmm. And that's ugly. Mm-hmm. But... have we seen Rui run through Golden
Rui
State?
Ain't guarding Clay.
Have we seen
he
Rui
guards,
go?
Rui on defense guards centers. So they're going to put him on Looney. They're going to put him on Looney.
But once we go 3 guards, who do you got going out there? And
you take him out. You got to take him out.
You can't. You got to leave him in for a while. And so we're going to hope you leave him in. And it's like, okay, how often do you give Rui the ball on offense to give it to
That's what I'm saying. It goes by game plan.
It is literally whose game plan will work the most. And that's what happened in the finals. Mm-hmm. What happened was every team was looking at, okay, you got LeBron James with 2 bigs. Mm-hmm. And he's playing big. You know, this is still old school basketball. Mm-hmm. You know, pick and roll, center, don't shoot, just grab boards. Mm-hmm. And the Warriors said, we're going to put all shooters out there.
We're going to put all shooters out there. And the problem is, there was no AD there. Now you got AD who can space to the corner. So he's a big spacing. Mm-hmm. So now you got LeBron with an empty paint. We just saw it
and that's why I said I don't think the Warriors do that.
Exactly.
We saw that and go, that's not us.
And you're going to be like, hey, we're going to force the Lakers to shoot threes.
Yeah.
And honestly, that is a great game plan. And if they hit it, you lose. Yeah, that's just it. That's just it. If you hit it, you lose. And I think that's what Curry's going to be like, hey, guys, there's one way we're going to lose this series, and that's them hitting threes.
That's Rui going 11 for 13 again.
Yeah.
That's Vando going 5 for 9 again. Yeah. That's D'Lo hitting 3 in a row. Mm-hmm. That's Reeves going 30.
Mm-hmm. And nobody's saying they can't do it.
No, we know they can.
We're just saying that's the way you win. That's the way you win. That's just it.
We've seen LeBron in pressure. We have the respect for LeBron. And we will play LeBron
Memphis
at the
has
logo.
been doing that.
We will play LeBron at the logo. We're not losing on another. We're not going to Cancun on another LeBron 3. You're going to have to drive, and LeBron, you're going to have to make that decision to lay it up or pass it.
These are the stats for the Lakers right now. Mm-hmm. If you told anybody these stats, people would have thought Grizzlies was up 3-1. LeBron James is averaging 24 points a game. Mm-hmm. AD is averaging 19 points a game. Mm-hmm. If you would have told anybody that before this series, you'd be like, they're losing. They played the Warriors game plan, and they're down 3-1. So nobody's saying that Lakers can't do it. But it's like, hey, bro, that's the game plan.
Right, and you got to do it round after round after round.
And that's why I don't think the Lakers win the finals. Yeah. Because I'm like, bro, that's got to crack eventually.
Like, that's crazy.
That's got to crack eventually. If it doesn't, it's like, hey, y'all won. Y'all won doing something that nobody thought you could do.
Exactly.
No one. Even me.
Yeah.
Even me. So I'm like, bro, if Rui's going to give you 18 points a game, and Reed's going to give you 17 points a game, and Russell's going to give you 14 points a game, y'all are just great. Cool.
Great.
Have a great championship run. like that's just what it is. Because we've never seen a team have that. That's a college team.
It is.
That's a college team. We've never seen an NBA team that equal across the board. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. I don't know the last one that happened to. I don't think it ever happens.
That depth?
That type of, you don't get that depth.
We had it with the 73 team.
Yes.
But that's, you're not going to get Barbosa as your third string point guard again.
Exactly.
You know, you're not going to get all those people.
Like, bro, if I'm going to go down this list again. You got 24 from LeBron, AD at 19, Rui at 18, Reeves at 17, Russell at 14, Vanderbilt at 7, Schroeder at 7.
Do you see more Malik Beasley and Lonnie Walker this series for the three-point shooting?
I think Beasley definitely will get a shot against the Warriors just because we got to have the volume. Because if the Warriors get out by 15, you got to have the volume. You know what I mean? And too many times players will pump instead of shooting. He's not pumping. He's just going to let it fly. And I think you're going to need that in that series. You're going to need a lot of Beasley. So I think you'll get more Beasley than you'll get Troy Brown Jr. So it'll flip. This series, you got Troy Brown playing 17 minutes a game, and you got Beasley playing 11. I think you get some Lonnie Walker in that series because he'll let it fly. I think that series off the bench will be a little bit different. That's why I said I think it will be Rui or Vando. I don't think it will be both. Because Vando in the series where you need offense doesn't look good. And there's not really nobody for him to guard in that series. Like, he's not, like, Curry don't drive the paint. You know what I'm saying? Like Ja, he's on Ja because Ja drives the paint. Curry's running off the screens. You know what I mean? Like, Vando can do that, but he can guard Clay doing that. He can guard Wiggins doing that. Like, so there's not a specific person. Vando really needed a Kevin Durant to guard. He really needed an Ant to guard. He needed wing defenders to guard. And that, like, he hasn't had that this playoff run. So that's why he's only getting 20 minutes a game.
This is going to be clutch.
And Rui's getting 27 minutes a game.
For the offense.
Yeah, Rui's been playing defense. Yeah. I'm telling you, he's playing bigs. He's helping on the glass.
Okay.
Like, Rui's like 6. I tell him he's like 6'9", bro. He's helping. People got to think of Rui as a Kuzma. He's like a Kuzma. He's playing power forward and center. He's not going to guard your 3, your 2, your 1. Vando's guarding your 3, your 2, your 1. And right now, Vando doesn't have that person to guard yet. Yeah. Even if he wins this series and the Nuggets win, there's nobody to guard again. It's nobody until Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Vando is a very specific. Lucas. Like, it's just the West didn't have him this year. The West just didn't have those type of players. So now you're like Fox. He's not that, like, there's not a player. So Vando is just not going to be able to really help us on the floor when you guys are shooting that many threes because you're going to guard him like we guard Draymond. And Ham's going to be like, all right, we got to take him out. Because he's not Draymond. You know what I'm saying? He's not in the paint giving assists. He's a 0 on offense. Yeah. He's a 0.
I could see Gary Payton coming in.
I think Gary Payton will have a big series on defense.
For Reeves or Russell.
Like, the Kings wasn't for him, but I think the Lakers, he would need him on Reeves.
I think
Reeves very much so. He's a Reeves defender. It's like, hey, shut Reeves down.
And not Da Vinci.
Yes,
I hope Kerr sees that.
Ooh.
And not Da Vinci. Even though Da Vinci is a good defender, it's not Da Vinci. It's
you gotta. That's when you gotta hope Kerr just make the right.
I gotta call him.
Yeah.
I'll tweet him.
Yeah.
Hey,
that's when you gotta hope he make the right.
This is not the right defender for this. He's a good defender.
Yeah.
For Russell, I like it.
Yeah.
For Da Vinci, because he can contest those
and
longer
he'll pressure
threes.
him up the court. Yeah.
He's not really he will get in fouls.
Yeah, Reeves is savvy. He's savvy
He will
enough
get Da
to,
Vinci in fouls.
Yeah.
Gary's got the IQ of not letting that happen.
Is this a Kuminga series?
Yes.
I say no, and I'm gonna say why. Kuminga, I don't know. It's not even about who he's guarding. It's just about I know the Lakers, and they'll be like, "You're gonna hit that three." They're gonna leave him. They're gonna play him like he can't shoot, and I don't know if the Warriors will even want to risk it. Knowing Kerr and the rookies and all that. Now he's not a rookie, but young players, I think Kerr would just get tired of seeing it. I think Kerr be like, "Dang, he open again," and like, bro, we can't have Draymond and you open.
Well,
you just can't have both of them on the court. Now, if Draymond's off, I think you could bring Kuminga in, but that means where's Looney at? Because we ain't guarding him either.
I thought you don't play.
So all right, so that means you're gonna have Kuminga in the game without Green or Looney. That works. That works. But if you got Green in there with Kuminga, it's not that don't work. That ain't gonna work.
Now watch this. Would you rather see Moody or Kuminga? Because it's gonna be one of the two. It's never really both.
I don't know if Moody will play that much in the playoffs. The reason why is because I think Moody is we're about to wrap it up after this. Moody is like a defender where he's like kind of like he's okay at defense, he's okay at offense, but you really don't really know. So overall, I got Lakers in 7. He got Warriors in 6. We'll see what happens, guys. So today we're gonna be watching these games. It's a lot of games on night.
Wow.
We'll leave
Cleveland, we ain't even talking about it because we don't want to talk about y'all.
So it's Cleveland, Knicks. You guys are just Cleveland. You really pissed us off.
Yeah, we're not even giving y'all airtime.
And then
right now.
it's Lakers, Memphis. It's Miami, Bucks, and it's Golden State, Sac. Do you got Miami closing out tonight?
No.
All right. So you got Milwaukee winning tonight. Do you got Sac winning tonight or Golden State?
Golden State.
All right. I got Sac winning. I got Bucks winning. I got Memphis winning, and I got Cleveland getting one more. If y'all lose this game, Cleveland, I'm gonna rant. I'm telling y'all now. All right, guys.
I got Lakers tonight, and I got the Knicks ending it.
All right.
Sending them home.
All right, we'll see you guys on next Monday, and we'll throw out some TikToks this week. We're gonna make TikToks on Thursday and Friday. Of the results of the games. It won't be pods, but unless it's an emergency pod, all right? Unless something crazy happens.
Yeah,
and what that means is if these series ends, we'll come back with previews for all of them.
All right. Tune in next time.